Happy 2023, my friends! Casey here, and welcome to a new video. I hope that everyone's had a good start for this new year. So today's video is gonna be very different from my other videos. I feel like I say this every time now. And that is because I'm currently working on two rather bigger projects, which are gonna take a while to finish. So I thought I'd make this smaller video to not let the channel gets so dusty, like I've done in the past. So for those who don't know, I love Sailor Moon. Have loved it for a very long time. Pretty much as long as I can remember. And when I went to Japan in November, I went to see the newest Sailor Moon musical. Amongst other things, of course. Which celebrated Sailor Moon's God, I can't say this word. 30th anniversary. And I loved it. It was amazing. So, as my love for Sailor Moon musicals, or Sera Myu as they are called, is eternal, I thought I'd do a ranking of all the actresses who have played Sailor Moon so far. This was more of a thing back in like 2018 or something. So as always, I'm very late to this. Also, once again, all of this is just my opinion, not anyone else's. But feel free to tell me your ranking in the comments below. So let's get started! Number 10. Shiori Kubo. So with Shiori, I was kinda disappointed. And she is kinda the only one on this list that I don't really like that much. Okay, hear me out before you burn my house down. I was very excited when it was first announced that she would be Sailor Moon, as I really loved her in the zombie musical, and in general I really like her voice. But for some reason, she was overacting the shit out of everything. Everything felt really forced, and she just didn't really seem like Usagi to me at all. Especially when singing, so it was kinda unbearable. Some performances of the musical had to be cancelled due to a typhoon, which might have caused her stress and not put on the best performance. So it is very unfortunate, cause like I said, I was very excited for her. But she did provide us with many possible memes and reaction images with her funny expressions. Number 9. Marina Kuroki. Or Marina. This girl has so many identities, I don't even know. Marina was definitely one of the best singers and dancers that Sera Myu has ever had. But it is her acting that has made her be so low on this list. She was just overacting so much. And, well, pretty much everyone was during that time, so I don't know if it was just her, or if they all were just told to act that way. So at times, it was just kinda hard to enjoy her performance. Well, I mean, she was only 12 when she started, so it must have been kinda hard. But towards the end, she did really pull her weight. Either way, even though I love her singing and dancing, her acting just wasn't all that. And it is very reassuring to know that after more than a decade of no online presence, as she disappeared from the face of the earth, she is still with us, even though pretty much everyone thought the worst. Number 8. Riko Tanaka. I liked Riko. At first, I was very skeptical as her singing sounded very raspy when they first performed You're My Universe at Usagi Birthday Event in 2021. But in the actual musical, Kaguya Hime no Koibito, she had gotten surprisingly better. And in Chronicle, she had gotten even better. In the final performances, she sounded a bit strained, but in the earlier ones that I saw, she actually sounded really good. Her acting wasn't really anything phenomenal, but I think she did have some cute Usagi moments here and there. But the reason why she's so low on this list is just cause I like other actresses more. Number 7. Fumina Hara. God, I love Fumina. She was the reason why I fell in love with Sera Myu to begin with. This goes way back to the very first time I saw Sera Myu. I was about 8 or something, and it was probably Marina's musical or something, and I didn't like it at all. I didn't really like the costumes, especially the wigs, or the acting, so I just didn't really bother to watch them. But then a few years later, I ran into Kaguya-shima Densetsu, which is one of Fumina's musicals. And I fell in love with Sera Myu and Fumina, because of, well... now this is gonna sound really vain, but because of how pretty she was. Back then I thought that she was taken straight from the anime and was exactly like Usagi, even though she might not be the most Usagi-like personality-wise, as sometimes her Usagi moments felt kinda forced, as she seemed to struggle on bringing out the goofy crybaby we all love, as sometimes she seemed kinda expressionless and monotone. But I think that she was a very good mature stars and post-stars Usagi. And we all love her as Snail Queen Serenity. Number 6, Satomi Okubo. Satomi was very bubbly and cute Usagi, and it was very amazing to see her growing as an actor. You could clearly see how much effort was put into it. If you compare her acting from La Reconquista to Un Nouveau Voyage, it's like watching a completely different person. She had so many Usagi moments, and he's probably the funniest Usagi to me. But there were also moments when she spoke so fast that it was kinda hard to make out what she was actually saying. She also didn't have the most Usagi-like voice when singing, but nonetheless I still enjoyed her performance very much. Moreover, she was absolutely amazing as Sailor Cosmos. I mean, her acting was just... on point. Also, I cry every time I watch her graduation in Un Nouveau Voyage. And on number 5, we have... Mizuki Yamashita! Mizuki was simply amazing. She really had so much bubbly Usagi energy, and at times it felt like Usagi herself was on the stage. Her singing was kind of weak at times, but as the musical went on, she got better. Her speech during the curtain call was also very moving, when she talked about feeling very nervous and anxious about playing Usagi and acting in general, so it was just very heartwarming. Also, I have a bone to pick with some fans who told her that she was simply chosen to play Sailor Moon because of her name, Mizuki meaning beautiful moon, which is clearly not true, as we can see from her amazing performance. Shame! And this girl can scream. And then on number 4, we have Sayori no Ue. It was a real struggle for me to decide if I like Sayori or Mizuki better, and in the past I've liked Mizuki better, but I think this time Sayori takes the win. So before Nogimyu, my knowledge about Nogisaka 46 was basically next to none. And when Nogimyu was announced, I did some research, not much though. So I was kinda skeptical about Sayuri, as she felt very shy and reserved to me, so I wasn't sure if she could pull Usagi off properly. But I still decided to keep an open mind about it. And my god, was I proven wrong. She did such an amazing job, like my mind was simply blown away. Or my weave was snatched, as everyone would say back in the day. Her acting, singing, and dancing were just wonderful to watch. I especially love the chemistry between her and Miria Watanabe, the actor of Sailor Mercury. They seem to be good friends in real life, which might have assisted in that, but whatever the case, I loved it. And dude, if you think Mizuki can scream, you have not seen or heard anything yet. Now before we head to the top 3, a quick shout out to the Sailor Moons, whose performances unfortunately were not recorded. Or just never released! Kana Yumemiya, Natsuki Koga, Tomomi Kasai, Shina Tanaka, and Reona Samejima. Number 3, Anza Oyama. Or just Anza! Okay, but how can you not love her? Her acting wasn't the best in her earlier musicals, as it was very childish. Even more childish than Usagi normally is. Like, she could have acted Chibiusa with that. And whether it was on her or the musical staff is unknown to me, so I just wasn't a big fan. But as the musicals went on, as Usagi grew, so did her acting, and she was absolutely stunning in Stars and A.N. Density musicals, which are among my favorites. Especially the scene in Stars and Stars Kaiteban, where Sailor Moon goes to Galaxia's base and he's just absolutely pissed off. Like, that is not something you see often. Usagi being mad. So it was just, like, really chilling and just amazing. Also, you gotta give her some mad respect for being able to perform with those 10 kg wings on her back. And even though most of the songs were lip-synced, she is definitely one of the best singers that Sera Myu has ever had. Especially because, like, autotune wasn't really used back then. And I'm really glad that she still continues singing in Headphones President. Check it out if you haven't. And once again, her graduation at the end of A.N. Density Kaiteban is just something that I've watched over and over again, and it never fails to make me cry. I cry a lot, okay? And number two, we have Hotaru Namata. This may have come as a shock to a lot of people, but yes, you are hearing correctly. Hotaru is my precious bee. Yes, I agree. There were many moments where she struggled to bring the cute and bubbly Usagi out. But what really makes me love her is how much fun she has on stage. It really does bring a smile to my face every time I watch her perform. Overall, I think she was able to bring Usagi out in her own way, which I loved. And she was very good as a more mature Usagi, like Fumina was. So she worked really well with the Dream and Stars arcs. Although I would have also liked to see her in the more earlier arcs. And personally, I just love her singing voice. It fits Usagi so well, and it just has so much emotion in it. And as a side note, she is what I think Usagi would look like if Usagi was a real person. And I just have so much respect for her because of her performance in La Movement Finale. Like, they didn't spare anything and just kept throwing shit at her as they do in Stars. Like I get exhausted and overwhelmed from just watching her go through all that crap. So I can't even imagine what it's like to be on the stage to do all that. So shit just gets real over there. So she's just amazing. And I'm very gutted that she never got a proper graduation ceremony like other Sailor Moons before her. And now, the number 1. Miyuki, come back! I mean, there was only one left, so I guess it's not much of a surprise. But I mean, who did not see this coming? Miyuki is Usagi. End of discussion. When she was on stage, it was like Usagi herself was there. Like all the cute moments, bubbly moments, it was just perfection. Many comments about her singing sounding really nasal, but it has never really bothered me, and I think it fit her and Usagi really well. She is often remembered from her cute moments and all that, but even in serious moments, she was just shining. Many other actors struggled to switch from carefree to serious, but she had no problem with that. It was just amazing. And it's kinda shocking how much of an impact she still has, even after such a long time, as seen when Kazumi Takayama mentioned her in her speech.
セラムーンを見て、私はセラミが大好きになって。
Yep. Anyway, she was the perfect Usagi to me in pretty much all ways. And I kinda wish she would have stayed to act for other arcs as well. May she rest in peace. Whoa, congrats and thank you for sticking till the end of the video! Whoop, whoop. So this is kinda different from the content that I usually do, but I just wanted to do this small video as it will take me some time to finish the other bigger projects that I'm working on. And I think that it is something that many people are gonna enjoy, hopefully at least. No, it is not a Zelda difference video, but equally as amazing, at least to me. And to give you a little clue, it is something Zelda related that people who were in the internet around the early and mid 2000s are gonna find very nostalgic, so stay tuned to that. And if you want more Sera Myu content, check out my Tumblr, as currently I'm translating the pamphlet of the most recent musical. Well, it's kinda on hiatus right now because of school stuff, but I'm trying to get back to it as soon as possible. Also, how did you enjoy this smaller type of video? Might do other ones if people are up for it, so make sure to leave a like to let me know and, I don't know, subscribe, I guess, so you'll know. Yeah, thanks for watching this video and I'll see you in the next one. Maybe when I'm not so sleep deprived as I am right now. Lots of love, bye bye.